Hey guys, I'm here to show you how to embed a Google Calendar on your website. So I'm going to show you an example here before we get going. On my website I have this heading of German 1, and then underneath German 1 I have its own calendar linked up. If I go to this calendar and if I want to look at tomorrow's lesson plans, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click on here, and then I've already entered this into Calendar, not on my website, and that just syncs up right here. Another cool thing is that if you are adding something to your calendar, you can actually add attachments and things like that. You can view that by going to more details on that link. Where I'm going to go ahead and add this today is going to be under a new link that I created for this demonstration called Advisor Advisee. But the first thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to actually create a calendar in Google Calendars. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to this spot here where it says My Calendar, click on the little arrow, and I'm going to create a new calendar. I'm going to go ahead and title this Advisor Advisee. Give it a quick description. And now this is really important. You want to be sure that you are going to share this calendar with others by making it public. Otherwise, if somebody goes to your website to see what's on your calendar, they will not be able to see it without signing in. You'll be able to see it if you're signed in, but nobody else will be able to. So after you have those details, I'm going to go ahead and create calendar. Hit yes. And here's my Advisor Advisee calendar. So this is actually where I'm going to enter my lesson plans if I have those. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and then for tomorrow in my calendar, I'm going to write that we have a party. And the only reason I'm writing that is so that once I have my calendar created on my website, I should be able to see that there. So, back on my website now, again I'm already logged in, I'm going to create a new page to go underneath Advisor Advisee. So up at the top, I'm going to add a page, call it My Calendar, and I'm going to keep the template as a web page template because I do not have to re-add my lesson plans every week anymore. So this is kind of just a one and done type thing. After I make this one time, my editing will be done from Google Calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and put it at the top level. I think this is the right place at least. And create this page. Okay, and it automatically brings me to this site so that I can go ahead and type in, here is your calendar. After I do that, now I have to insert the calendar itself. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to Insert, and the Google apps are going to be on the right hand side over here. Select Calendar. And this one that I just made is that one right there. I've done this a couple times. Don't worry too much about these options, but it just tells you how it's basically going to be framed on your website. So I'm just going to keep it how it is and save that. Now when this comes up, it's going to look like a big empty box until you go ahead and save it, but after you save, that's when the calendar is going to show up. So again, now I do not have to do any work for my calendar anymore. Now instead, if I add something, for example, in my Google Calendar, under Advisor Advisee, create my events, and now I'm going to refresh this page to see how the public would see it, and there it is right there. If I had created details over here, and this is how I do my lesson plans, we are going to jump for joy, and save that. Then when I refresh this again and click on my Yippee where I saved that, that's where the description is going to be. So if you want to put your lesson plans in that way instead of the longer way, it's one option for you. Now, a disadvantage to doing it this way is you cannot hyperlink things into your lesson plans. So if you're a fan of using your lesson plans as kind of like a go-to guide, so you direct students there and then they go to another place, the calendar unfortunately isn't very practical for that, so you might need another segment of your website designed just specifically for that. So, I hope this answered your questions about how to embed a Google Calendar onto your website, and let me know if you have any questions.